Malaysia has demonstrated a strong commitment to international maritime governance by ratifying 31 out of 69 major international maritime conventions as of March 31, 2026. These comprise 30 conventions under the International Maritime Organization, IMO, and 1 convention under the International Labour Organization, ILO. Among the key IMO instruments ratified and implemented by Malaysia is the Convention on the International Regulations for Preventing Collisions at Sea, 1972, COLREG 1972. The International Maritime Organization, IMO, establishes the global baseline for maritime safety, security, and environmental protection. As one of its most pivotal instruments, COLREG 1972 provides a uniform set of rules of the road for vessels at sea, applicable irrespective of their flag, nationality, or origin. Adopted in London on October 20, 1972 and entering into force internationally on July 15, 1977, COLREG ensures consistency and predictability in maritime navigation by applying identical collision prevention rules across the globe. Malaysia ratified COLREG on December 23, 1980, marking a formal commitment to uphold these international maritime safety standards. Today, COLREG continues to serve as an active safety implementation framework, guiding vessels to navigate safely, prevent collisions, and maintain orderly maritime traffic worldwide. To give COLREG's domestic legal effect, Malaysia relies on the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952, MSO 1952. Under Section 252 of the MSO 1952, the Minister of Transport is empowered to make regulations relating to collision prevention, encompassing rules on lights, fog signals, steering, and sailing. Regulations issued under this authority carry the same legal effect as provisions directly enacted in the ordinance and extend to the high seas and all connected waters navigable by seagoing vessels. Non-compliance by a vessel's master constitutes an offense, subject to fines of up to 10,000 ringgit Malaysia per violation. Acting under this legislative framework, the Minister of Transport issued the Merchant Shipping Collision Regulations Order 1984, thereby incorporating COLREG into Malaysian law. This order applies to Malaysian flag vessels worldwide and to foreign vessels operating in Malaysian waters. Enforcement is carried out by Malaysian maritime authorities, including the Malaysia Marine Department, port authorities, and maritime enforcement agencies, ensuring that COLREG functions as a legally enforceable framework within Malaysia's maritime jurisdiction. To maintain industry awareness of regulatory updates, Malaysia issues Malaysia Shipping Notices, MSNs, periodically. These notices communicate official guidance to ship owners, ship managers, ship agents, masters, seafarers, port operators, recognized organizations, and other maritime stakeholders. MSN November 2023 serves as an example of how Malaysia communicates regulatory updates to the maritime industry. The original 1984 order provided the domestic legal basis for collision prevention regulations in Malaysia. The 2000 amendment then introduced earlier updates to the existing order. The 2023 amendment further revised the 1984 order and came into operation on August 29, 2023. MSN November 2023 was then issued to notify maritime stakeholders of the latest regulatory change. This reflects Malaysia's continuing effort to keep its domestic collision prevention framework aligned with current international maritime safety standards. The notice also provides an avenue for clarification by directing inquiries to NAVCOM at Marine Avadamwai, ensuring that stakeholders can access official guidance and take appropriate steps to comply with updated requirements. Effective implementation of COLREG depends not only on legislation but also on the awareness and readiness of the maritime community to apply the rules correctly. This framework is further reinforced by Section 81 of the MSO 1952, which mandates that maritime legislation and safety-related publications must be accessible on board ships. Every ship owner must ensure that the latest Malaysian legislation, notices, international rules, and publications relating to maritime safety, security, and environmental protection are readily available on each ship. The Director of Marine determines the list of documents and publications to be carried on board, including relevant MSNs such as MSN November 2023. Failure to comply is an offense, subject to fines not exceeding ringgit Malaysia 25,000 per ship, establishing accountability and fostering a culture of compliance within Malaysia's maritime sector. Vessels navigating narrow channels and fairways face inherent constraints, including limited maneuverability, high traffic density, and reduced margin for error. For this reason, Rule 9 of CALREG's 1972 was established, setting out specialized procedures and obligations to ensure predictable vessel positioning, orderly traffic flow, and collision avoidance. Compliance with Rule 9 is essential for maintaining safety in confined waterways and forms the foundation for coordinated navigation, particularly when considered alongside Rule 13 on overtaking and Rule 34 on sound and light signals. Rule 9A requires that vessels proceeding along a narrow channel or fairway keep as near to the outer limit of the channel on their starboard side as is safe and practicable. This rule ensures predictable vessel positioning and maximizes available space for oncoming traffic. Mariners must continuously assess water depth, environmental conditions, and traffic density to navigate safely. For example, in a two-way channel, Vessel A maintains proximity to the starboard edge while leaving sufficient room for an oncoming Vessel B, which allows both vessels to pass safely without sudden maneuvers. Failure to adhere to this rule could lead to abrupt course changes or collisions. Building on this, Rule 9B specifies that vessels under 20 meters in length or sailing vessels shall not impede the passage of vessels which can safely navigate only within the narrow channel. Smaller vessels must yield priority to larger, less maneuverable vessels, maintaining smooth traffic flow and preventing congestion. For example, Vessel C, a sailing vessel under 20 meters in length, is proceeding along a narrow river. As Vessel D, a large cargo vessel that can safely navigate only within the channel, approaches. Vessel C needs to keep clear by staying close to the starboard edge or waiting in a wider safe area. This prevents Vessel C from impeding Vessel D and allows the larger vessel to pass safely. Failure to do so could force Vessel D into hazardous maneuvers. Similarly, Rule 9C applies to vessels engaged in fishing, which they shall not impede the passage of any other vessel navigating within a narrow channel. Fishing vessels often move unpredictably or at slower speeds, and yielding ensures safe transit for vessels requiring full channel access. For example, Vessel E, fishing near a narrow fairway, adjusts its course and reduces speed when a large tanker approaches, which allows the tanker a clear path. Ignoring this obligation could disrupt traffic and increase the risk of collisions. Following this, Rule 9D states that a vessel shall not cross a narrow channel or fairway if such crossing impedes a vessel which can safely navigate only within that channel or fairway. Rule 34D provides that when vessels in sight are approaching and there is doubt about intentions or collision avoidance actions, the vessel in doubt shall immediately sound at least 5 short and rapid blasts on the whistle, which may be supplemented by 5 short light flashes. For example, Vessel F attempts to cross a narrow channel while Vessel G is proceeding along the channel within its confined navigable lane. Vessel G perceives potential uncertainty in Vessel F's movement and therefore sounds 5 short horn blasts to indicate doubt. Vessel F recognizes the signal, pauses its maneuver, and waits until Vessel G has safely passed before continuing the crossing, thereby maintaining safe separation within the restricted waterway. In addition, Rule 9E(I) addresses overtaking in narrow channels where the vessel being overtaken must take action to allow safe passing. Under Rule 34(C)(1), the overtaking vessel must sound the correct whistle signal. If it wants to overtake on the starboard side, it gives 2 prolonged blasts followed by 1 short blast. If it wants to overtake on the port side, it gives 2 prolonged blasts followed by 2 short blasts. The vessel being overtaken then replies under Rule 34(C)(2). If it agrees, it gives 1 prolonged blast, 1 short blast, 1 prolonged blast, and 1 short blast. If it does not agree, or if it thinks the maneuver is unsafe, it gives 5 or more short blasts or flashes to show doubt or refusal. Clear signaling prevents misunderstandings and ensures coordinated maneuvering. For example, Vessel H intends to overtake Vessel I on the port side, sounding the correct signal. 2 prolonged followed by 2 short blasts. Vessel I agrees, one prolonged, one short, one prolonged, one short blast, and adjusts course and speed, which allows safe overtaking. Failure to follow these signals could result in confusion or collisions. Furthermore, Rule 9(e)(2) clarifies that the overtaking vessel remains obligated under Rule 13, which mandates that any overtaking vessel must keep clear. Overtaking is defined as approaching from more than 22.5 degrees abaft the beam, where only the stern light is visible. Even with communicated signals, the overtaking vessel must maintain a safe distance until fully passed and clear, reinforcing yielding principles. For example, Vessel J overtakes Vessel K at night and maintains distance until the stern is clear, ensuring compliance with Rule 13 and avoiding collision risk. Moving on, Rule 9(f) provides that vessels navigating near bends or in areas of restricted visibility shall proceed at a safe speed and take precautions to avoid collision. Where a vessel cannot see another vessel or is uncertain of its presence or movements, it shall indicate this doubt by sounding one prolonged blast in accordance with Rule 34(e). Rule 34(e) requires a vessel approaching a bend or an obscured area to sound one prolonged blast to warn others of its presence. Any vessel nearby, even if not visible due to the bend or obstruction, must respond with a prolonged blast to acknowledge and improve situational awareness, helping prevent collision in restricted visibility. For example, Vessel M approaches a sharp bend where another vessel may be hidden. Vessel M sounds a prolonged blast, and the hidden vessel responds, allowing both to anticipate each other and proceed safely. Failing to signal could result in collisions with unseen vessels. Finally, Rule 9(g) advises vessels not to anchor in narrow channels unless circumstances require, which preserves navigational space and prevents congestion. Example: Vessel N avoids anchoring in the narrowest section, which allows other vessels to pass safely, maintaining smooth traffic flow. Anchoring in a restricted area could block traffic and create hazards. Rule 9. Narrow channels is closely connected with the other CalRegs rules because it gives special guidance when vessels navigate in restricted waters, rivers, fairways, and narrow channels. Under this rule, a vessel should keep as near as safe and practicable to the starboard side of the channel, while small vessels, sailing vessels, and fishing vessels must not impede larger vessels that can safely navigate only within the channel. Rule 9 must be applied together with Rule 5, proper lookout, Rule 6, safe speed, Rule 7, risk of collision, Rule 8, action to avoid collision, Rule 13, overtaking, Rules 14 to 17, head-on, crossing, give way and stand on duties, Rule 19, restricted visibility, and Rule 34, maneuvering and warning signals. Therefore, Rule 9 is not a standalone rule. It supports the whole CalReg system by ensuring safe passage, clear communication, early action, and collision avoidance in confined waters. In conclusion, Rule 9 of CalRegs 1972 provides essential guidance for vessels navigating in narrow channels and fairways. It requires vessels to keep as near as safe and practicable to the starboard side, avoid impeding larger vessels, communicate effectively, and take early action to prevent collisions. Overall, Rule 9 promotes safer, clearer, and more predictable navigation in confined waters.
Thank you for watching. We hope this explanation has helped you better understand the importance of Rule 9 in safe navigation.